The following video is how to get at your Google email contacts or Gmail contacts. This doesn't bypass Google Workspace with the login, but it uses the direct link contacts.google.com. We're going to go through all the motions here, and I'm going to be, there will be a rant at the end, but let's get this done. Here's our contact we're deleting, and as you can tell from the pixels, I don't use Google Contacts for specific reasons, which I'll bring up near the end of the video. To delete it, we go over the dead space to the right of where it says this, and we get the triple dot, hit More Actions, and hit Delete. Or we can click it, open it, read the data in it to make sure we know what we're doing, and hit the trash can icon. Because the triple dot turns into this instead, because consistency is the hobgoblin of, I don't know why they don't do it. Anyway, we hit the delete button, and move to trash is all it does. It doesn't actually delete something, it moves it to trash. Now that's at contacts.google.com. Now if we want to look at the trash, we have to hit the trash button. That actually leads to contacts.google.com/trash. So we click that. Now if we hit the empty trash button, empty trash now button, it'll delete it. You might have noticed it's got a little bit of resistance to being deleted. This is also where it'll bring up more than half the time asking for the password and login. It will also want to put up hash codes and stuff like that in the address bar, which I'm actually getting a little bit annoyed by. So I'm going to hit the empty trash now button, and I will report back whether or not the thing insisted on putting in the password check. I'll be pausing my screen recorder now. It asks me, if you don't see the secure login sign-in window pop up when you click continue, you can find help here. Sometimes it doesn't come up. It's not help, it's just that it's not demanding it. Anyway, I'll pause the video recording. And as you might imagine, during that take, it changed its behavior again and did something completely unrelated. Yeah. Dear corporations, if you want people to believe that you're trying to hide something, make your behavior of your website very inconsistent and aggravating, and tacitly ignore people's demands. Just do it. You know, like starting a war with us for literally 2 years now about advertising when all we wanted to do was watch a video without it being interrupted or crashing our computer. Anyway, so that's it. It's at contacts.google.com, and you'll find it in trash, and I'll have to delete a second time, but it'll just be in contacts.google.com. Now I'm going to bring up settings, and yes, an annoying rant will happen now. You go to mail.google.com/mail/u/0, I think that is, /settings/general. And the settings you might want to change so you don't have it automatically adding everything to your contacts is to disable create contacts for autocomplete. The reason it's for autocomplete, it says, instead of your usage, is because that gives Google the right to say the autocomplete data has to be shared across products they use with their affiliates. So I say, I'll add contacts myself. When I send a message to a new person, add them to other contacts so I can use autocomplete to them next time. This is a whole bunch of stuff to unpack, but what that means is that last line means that since Google demands that their autocomplete utility work with affiliates, you're giving away your contact list. Sorry. Next, the vacation responder also wants to mine it as well, so I always turn it off. Or I put in a joke version of it, and as long as my contacts don't work. I have a lot of settings in another video on how I disable this. Everything it can. But again, that's contacts.google.com/ and it'll bring up the contact list, and you should be able to manage it in a very reasonable way. However, if you go to Gmail, it doesn't have the listing anymore. Now, I'm using a specific link I will include in the description of the video that also links to an oversimplified version of Google email, and maybe it's hiding it. In order for you to access your contact list from within Gmail and make it to where you can edit in Gmail without having to do the link you see on the screen right now that I'm going to highlight, the reason they hide it unless you enable certain features, so you'll turn on the smart features. That means you're turning on the AI. I have an entire video on turning off every AI feature. So again, that's contacts.google.com/ and then you'll find it. And again, if you don't want it to be able to add things to the autocomplete, which is what it's calling it, and therefore share it, you disable it, so you'd have to add contacts yourself. Now, if you rely on the drop-down for contacts, if you manage your stuff like you're running a business, or even if you run a business a long time and you've just gotten used to it, I understand and it's acceptable. But by doing so, you are giving implicit permission for them to share your contact list with everyone because they say it's for the autocomplete drop-down. That's the way it is. Sorry. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. You'll need it. So will I. Bye.